So Pat, we've been chatting about the platform and the technology and elements like that, but let's kind of pivot away a little bit and go towards the business side of things. So what do you feel the biggest achievements from a business perspective were in 2021 for Phinity?
Sure, thanks, Lee. I think I would like to just touch on the platform again, because I think the platform is our business. So the business doesn't exist without the platform. So the advancements that have been made in the platform have really helped us reach the market and reach the market in new and exciting ways. So I'd like to start off with that. In terms of the rest of the business, some of the massive achievements and milestones in our business in the last year has been the move of the head office to Ireland. Obviously, we did that to reach new markets. In my mind, we will never take away from our roots in South Africa, but I think we've done essentially what I like to call the proof of concept in South Africa. So we've conceptualized a technology, we've taken it to market, we've taken it to some really big, meaty organizations in South Africa and globally. And the next step for us as a company is to kind of reach out to the European and US markets, which is difficult to do from South Africa. So that reorientation of the business and reorientating the head office to Ireland was a huge step in our company's history. The other aspect is in terms of reaching market. We're a relatively small team and we can do our own marketing and social media and all that sort of stuff, but our strategy will always be sort of partner first. So we've had a number of really good partners over the last few years, but that's really ramped up in the last 6 months of 2021, where a number of new partners, particularly around the professional services space, where we can help them not only automate their own processes, but design new processes and design processes that are going to be effective at their clients, particularly around the risk and compliance area. Helps them look like heroes, helps them sort of solve some of their clients' problems. And we're a technology, we need our partners to complement that technology with the understanding of how the business processes at a particular client works, what will work for them, how to engage with the people doing the change management to get technology in. That's where we need to rely on our partners, and I think our partners have really started to come into the party to see, okay, here's a piece of technology that's relatively unique, and they've used it in new and exciting ways, and I think their clients have benefited. So we see a sort of nice snowball and ramp up in terms of the partner engagement.
Yeah, I mean, one of the things you've mentioned is the partners, and in my mind, the partners play such a big role in that initial engagement area, because very often the technology conversation has to come afterwards.
Sure. Yeah.
And if we don't have those relationships, they can't get them to the right level of maturity so that technology can actually come in. Yeah. So having that partner base is absolutely important to the ongoing success of Phinity, but also in terms of risk management and compliance, it really is very important to the maturing of that across all industries.
Yeah. So there's that great synergy and ecosystem between us and our partners, which is really gathering sort of nice momentum. So that for me is one of the key achievements as well last year.
Thanks, Pat. So just in terms of looking forward, so 2022, 2023 are going to be really big years. We've just moved head office to Ireland, and we're looking at the big bad wide world. World domination is there, sure. But how do you feel that is going to look in the next 2 years?
Yeah. So firstly, I'm really excited to be in 2022. I think 2020 and 2021 were not great years. I think we moved ahead as a business, but for society and globally, I think that 2022 will be the year that we put COVID behind us, or at least lockdowns and the associated sort of mayhem. So I'm really excited about 2022. And from a business perspective, I think Phinity is so well situated, the work that you and your team have done and we as a business have done to get us established to this point, we can really leverage off, going forward. So access to new markets, continuing to build out the platform is things we need to do from a market perspective. But then also internally, in terms of our leadership and refocusing our leaders, as we're making a step change in terms of the business and what the business phase we're in, having a relook at our leaders and having a look at roles and responsibilities, who's taking charge of what aspects of the business, and I think we've got some really good ideas around how to do that. And the people I've spoken to within the team are kind of really energized behind this sort of next phase. So that's super exciting for me in terms of leadership. One of the other things is our partner program. I think we came off the back of 2021 with some really nice momentum of our new partners that we added. Yeah. Given our sort of niche that we're in, we rely heavily on our partners. So adding to that number of partners globally, getting access to their clients, and not to say that the reason we're adding partners is to get access to their clients purely, but to help them provide the benefit that we believe we can provide through to their clients. We saw the sort of the green shoots and the momentum that came out of 2021. So that's something for 2022 that I'm really excited about. Yeah. And then lastly, in terms of the step change of our business, we've pretty much been self-funded up until now, as you know, and having a look at the business requirements. The business requirements is more than we can self-fund, which is great because it means that the appetite is there. Yeah. And so having a look at the market and having a look at our funding options and how we can pour more into this business in terms of capacity, so that we can meet the demands of the market.
Yeah, and I think that that opens up a whole new level of opportunities. From if you've got the resources, then creating the next level of platform around. Sure. Behavioral analysis, or all of those kinds of really fringy stuff that we haven't quite got to, and I don't think anyone in the industry has quite got there. Kind of integrating ethics and things like that into the platform. It just kind of it gives you a new thinking around where we could be going from a platform perspective, but those resources can then also pivot out in terms of the way to market. So it opens up new avenues in terms of partners, channel partners, potentially even sell-throughs in terms of other platforms like AWS and so on and so forth. So I think there's some massive synergies when you add in that capacity and resource, 2022, 2023. So I'm super excited, and I think it's going to be epic.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this year and beyond.
Yeah.